is flashing. I'm just going to have to try it. Oh, not sure. Hi everybody, welcome. We are live in the Den of Doom, I'm hoping. There's a little red live button flashing in the corner here. So fingers crossed it's live. If not, then unfortunately I'll save the recording and play it back to you later on. Not a problem. Hoping you've all had a good day. Everybody who's on programme with me was either doing a run or a bike today. Hi Paul. Oh, we have got people online, so fingers crossed that flashing light is a good thing. I did an hour and a half run today. Some of you ran yesterday. I think we've got Mark and Paul online. Superb. Today we are going to do a nice deep stretch and release. So since I got back from my run, I am pleased to say I was just under 11 miles. Annoyed that I didn't do the 0.3 of a mile just to finish it off. But hey, such is life. I'm not bad OCD, not yet anyway. So I got home, had my peanut butter and banana sandwich. You know how much I like peanut butter. And had a nice shower, and now we're ready for a nice, deep, relaxing stretch. So hopefully you've got yourselves a mat ready and some comfortable, loose-fitting clothing in order to stretch with me. Okay, we're going to start how I like to start a lot of the sessions, with our legs crossed, sitting up tall and just focusing on relaxing. Now when I go for a long run or a long bike, I tend to get a bit tight around the lower back and hips. So we're just going to do some exercises to try and loosen those off initially. So I'm just going to do some nice big circles. So breathe in for one circle and out for one circle. So nice big circles. Okay, now taking it the other way. Tom's in here with us, if you can hear somebody else breathing or groaning. He was slightly worried he might break wind and it'll be caught on camera. So if it is, it's Tom. Or I could always blame the dog, I suppose. So keep those nice big circles, as big as comfortably possible. Okay, take your legs and swap them over. So the opposite leg was in front before is in front this time. And off we go, nice big circles. So just to loosen them off. One more in this direction. And change direction. And last one this way, and sitting up nice and tall. Okay, I'm just going to lean forwards. What I want you to do, lean forwards into that stretch and hold it there. A little bit of a stretch on the lower back as you lean forwards. Now bring yourself up tall, and we're going to bring that stretch round. So we're stretching the glutes. This stretch is one that we've done in previous videos. Just going to lie flat on our back, bring our knees into our chest. And hold it there, hold it nice and tight, and just rock from side to side. So if you've got any stiffness in that lower back, as you rock, you can probably feel one side a little bit more than the other. Okay, tuck your head up towards it, pull it in a little bit tighter. Big breath in, and as we breathe out, I just want you to lengthen out and slide your feet along the floor and put your arms up behind you. And breathing in, bring everything back in again and hold it super tight. Breathe out. And then bring them back in again, nice and relaxed. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to do one leg at a time now. So take one leg out, keep it suspended above the floor. So there's an element of tension. And I want you to pull the knee that you're holding outwards toward your shoulder. and then take it back in, across towards the opposite shoulder. So these are all small movements, compressing the muscles in the hip, stretching across the glute, and then take it back out one more time. Keep that leg suspended and tension in the opposite leg. And bring it in and across. Keep breathing, remember to relax. Bring both legs in, hold them in tight again. Hold it for 3 breaths. And I can already see that my right knee is closer to my body when I did that than the left. Right, what I want you to do, take the other leg out, so take the right leg out for me. Bringing the left knee in towards your body, and then take it out towards the side and over toward the left shoulder. Now bring it in. You can feel a pinching in the hip on that one. Bring it in toward the chest, taking it across the body. So you're stretching the glutes a little bit, but also compressing the muscle in the hip joint there. Take it out to the side again, opening out the hip. Keep breathing throughout. Okay, Mark's off out on his bike. He's going to do this one later. Okay. It's a beautiful evening. Once again. And bring it back in. And across. Compressing. Okay, well we're stretching the muscles to aid that relaxation. Okay, now bringing both legs in again. Bring it in tight for 3 breaths. Now you should see both knees are more square and parallel with each other. And one more breath. Okie doke, take the legs out. Just stretch, arms out. Making yourself as long as possible. Now what I want you to do, again, it's one that we did the double leg. I think it's called the baby. I want you to just take the inside of, I've got my right leg, I'm using my right arm to hold the heel on my right foot. And I'm pulling my knee outside of my body down towards the floor. The other leg is straight out in front of me with my foot flexed, pointing up to the ceiling. Hold it there. Okay. Bring it in, across your body and place it on the other leg. Putting your hand through the gap. Keep your head down and just bring that leg towards your body. Hold it there for 3 breaths. Nice big. Do circles now with the other foot. And the other way. Take your leg down. Slide them both out again. Want you to stretch through the whole body. Arms up ahead. Stretch through your stomach, through the abs. Okay. Take hold of the left heel in your hand and dropping that knee down towards the floor outside of your body. The other leg should be long and stretched. Ideally your head should be looking straight up. Two more breaths. And take your leg across. One leg is usually stiffer than the other. And if you need to get a deeper stretch, you can push your elbow against your thigh to push the knee outwards as you get a stretch deeper in the glutes and the piriformis. Hold it there. Take your time with the stretches. Let them release with every breath. Now with the opposite foot, two big circles with the foot. Oh, nice clicking there. And the other direction. Keep the circles going. And relax. Take your leg down. Both legs in line. Again, straight stretch. Pull it right through. Okay, bringing the arms down, bringing your legs up, sit up gently. Okay, crossing your legs out in front of you. Now what you to do is place one hand by the side. You can either do this with your legs crossed or you can go up onto your bent legs, but obviously you need to be aware that you're going to get pins and needles if you do it that way. Hand by the side, and we're just going to lean over with our arm up above our heads. Okay, we're going to hold that for a short while. We're going to work our way into this. And the other side. And back into the other side. So 3 breaths on each for the moment. And over one more time, 3 breaths. Okay. Sitting up tall, what I want you to do is turn to face your right knee and then just take yourself down as comfortably as far as you can go. Then place your left hand on your left knee and give a little extra push on that knee to take the stretch a little bit deeper. You should feel it in the lower back, possibly the glutes or hip area. Okay, sitting up tall, turn and face the other one and go down as far as is comfortably possible. Now this one should be a lot further because of the leg that is in front. You should still get a stretch, lower back. Sit up tall and swap the legs in front. Okay, both hands turn, go down as far as is comfortable. Then place your right hand, because I'm going to my left now, onto my right leg to deepen the stretch. Go as close as is possible to your knee without straining. back up. Turn, face the right knee. Place your hand on the left knee. And down as far as is comfortable. Great, well done. Now from here, we're going to do this, get the stretch, just go down, split stretch, so it's a hip flexor stretch. So both hands on the floor, your foot is outside of your hand and your hip flexor is stretching. So what you've got there is you've got an opening action on my right leg and a stretching action on the hip flexor on the left. So let the hip drop down as low as possible into that. Take your leg back and swap the legs over. So an opening stretch there. Let that hip drop into the stretch on the opposite side. Oh, mine feels like it wants to click. And swap them one more time. This time, the difference in the stretches, we're going to have our hands either side of this leg for the moment. Again, stretching into that hip flexor. Then we're going to push the body up. And the side that you're stretching, I want you to reach that arm up and behind you. Fortunately, you can't in this one. But you're reaching, so you're getting stretched all the way through that side of the body. Now what I want you to do, I'm just going to move so perhaps you get a better view. So from here, you're going to take it over. So you're getting a deeper stretch going in through the hip. So you go up first and then over to the side. You feel that, Tom?
Yes.
Keep breathing. One more breath here. Okay. Hands down. Slide your leg back. And swap legs over. One more time. Okay. First of all, one foot either side. Nice deep stretch. Holding it there. Now we come up, take your arm up and behind you, place the other arm wherever is most comfortable, that will help you maintain your balance, and then cross your body behind you. Okay, bringing it back down. What we're going to do from here is we're going to go into the cobra. So just down and up, stretching through the abdominal muscles, hip flexors. Lifting your head up. So the whole of the front muscles of your core right through to your neck. Getting a stretch as you lift up and look at the ceiling. If you've been working your abs in all the previous workouts, then you should feel these stretching beautifully. Okay, from here we're going to go into the downward facing dog. So up we go. I'll have to take the socks off to stop me slipping. We'll see. Okay, so downward facing dog, will be stretching your calf muscles, your hamstrings to a certain extent, and if we can push back through our shoulders, then we'll be having a really good stretch in the shoulders as well. Now we're stretching the gastrocnemius muscle in the calf because that attaches to the knee and is straight. Okay, taking it forwards, back into the cobra. And back into downward facing dog again. Push those heels into the ground. Keep your back nice and flat, Tom. Push your head between. Keep breathing. And back into the cobra. Okay, coming out of that, I'm going to stretch the quads now. So the first quad stretch, I want you to out in front of you. Okay, your right leg is tucked behind you, the knee pointing forwards. And what we're going to do here, or what we're going to do, is tilt your pelvis until you can feel a stretch in the that is out in front of you. So you tilt your pelvis. If you don't feel a stretch there, obviously tuck your foot in a little bit more, tilt the pelvis, and take yourself down as low as possible in order to feel a stretch in that quad. How's that feeling, Tom?
Yeah.
And again, hold that. So if you want your stretches to be more than just returning to their normal and to improve a range of motion, then anything over 30 seconds is known as a developmental stretch. Anything below that is pretty much less than that, and just really return them back to where they were before you started. Okay, walking your hands back up. What I want you to do now, the legs. You might find that for one of your legs you have to go further back than another in order to get the stretch. Tilt the pelvis first. That's the most important part of this. If you get the right tip on the pelvis, then you will feel that stretch coming through the hip flexors into the quads. Okay, so get the stretch, tilt the pelvis and drop yourself down. How low can you go? For some of you, you might still be sitting up. You've got to think about pushing your knee into the floor to deepen the stretch. So think about pushing your knee into the floor, maintaining that pelvic tilt throughout. Try and keep your head nice and relaxed, not too much tension in the upper body. And walking your hands back up. A couple of inner thigh stretches. So up onto your knee, And all I want you to do is sit back and let your leg go out to the side. Okay. Your foot now. It doesn't have to be flat on the floor, but turn your foot so that it's pointing forwards and feel the stretch deep in that inner thigh. What I want you to do now is lean toward that thigh and bring your arm up and over. And again, you should feel it deepening there. Focus on breathing. Okay, bring that leg in and swap sides. First of all, foot can be pointed, not a problem. Keep your pelvis tilt on, don't let yourself arch your back too much. Now bring your toe in, so it's a flat foot. Take your weight over that stretching leg to deepen the stretch. I hope you can hear Poppy like a foghorn there. Poppy, you sound like a foghorn. And reach up and over. Okay, taking the arm back, bringing the legs in. Now we're going to do what's known as the frog pose. Okay, again, it's all about opening out these hips. So what you do is you have both legs out to each side and you go down as low as you can. Your feet are together at the back, and what you want to do now is just rock your arms and forwards. Doesn't matter how low you are, if you're up here and that's all the stretch you can get, well, that is fine. Just rock it backwards, take it forwards as far as is comfortable. It's all the time opening out these hips. Biggest problem triathletes get is that hips get locked in. We only move in one plane, which is forwards and backwards. Take it forwards. By having the hips out to the side, making sure that we don't get locked in, and we can prevent injuries that are associated with this. Okay, coming up to the side, what I want you to do now, I should say coming up to the side, we're just going to do the cat and cow. So you bring your tummy up towards your spine, hands should be directly underneath your shoulders, and then you drop. So we're just getting some mobilization activity in that spine. So up and out. So breathing in as you take it up and breathing out as you take it down. Think about pushing up through the thoracic part of your spine, through your chest, through the shoulders, opening them out, and then take it back down. Sink down in those shoulders and push it up and take it down. Okay, let those shoulders sink. So yeah, I'm watching what Tom's doing. So lifting up the back, so the arms stay straight throughout, and as you let that whole back go down, you let your shoulder blades fall in together. And take it up, one more time. And then back down in between the shoulder blades. Now we're literally, from here, we are just going to do shoulder blade work. So we're not going to arch the lower back now. So with your shoulders apart, shoulder width apart, with your hands at shoulder width apart, Just drop inside. So you squeeze your shoulder blades together. Are you squeezing those shoulder blades, Tom?
Yeah.
Can you feel them? Okay, so keeping your arms straight, just lift. Just that part. And the same again. Just lift. Check your positioning, make sure your back isn't arching too much. Mine was there, so I kept a little eye on it. And lift again. And one more time. Lift again. Fantastic, well done. Sitting up nicely. I feel like I'm back in primary school, sorry. Everybody sitting nicely, legs crossed, fingers on lips. No? Okay, so from here, obviously we've now warmed up this shoulder girdle. We're just going to take these normal stretches that we use. Shoulder out to the side, arm out to the side, keep your shoulder down. And relax. And the other arm. And relax that. Taking your arms behind you. All I want you to do at the moment is to keep them at shoulder width. So take it back as far as you possibly can. Turn your hands down as far as you can, almost completely over rotate them. You should feel the stretch go from your shoulder into your biceps. And turn them back, palms facing up. One big breath, breathe in. As you breathe in, the hands, breathe out while you're there. One breath in, and as you breathe out, release those. Breathe in here. As you breathe out, turn the hands. And release, bringing your shoulders down. Take your arm up into the air and we'll do a tricep stretch. Taking it down as far behind your back as possible. If you're particularly flexible, I don't know if I'll be able to do it now, says. Okay, you can come round and you can clasp the opposite hand. So hold on to that if you can do it. If you can't do it, stick with the normal shoulder stretch there, or the tricep stretch. Okay, swap arms. Once you've got it up there, if you're flexible enough, take your arms round and clasp them together. And relax. Big circle round. And take your head round. Another big circle backwards. Now, I want you to link your arms in front, round your upper back and lower back so you've got a nice rounded position, and drop your head in between your arms. Pushing away all the time, tucking your tummy in, taking your belly button toward your spine. Now bring your hands behind you, push down. Okay, relax that. Now I'm just going to work a little bit on the neck and shoulders. I know a lot of people seem to suffer from neck and shoulder pain. I'm just going to move the camera a tiny little bit. Must be getting taller, I'm not quite sure. So, neck and shoulders, place your hand on your head. Bring your arm out in line with your shoulder. Turn your hand up. Lift over, bring it back down. As you bring it down, feel the stretch, turning the hand down, take it down, 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 and then back and behind your body. So you're changing the stretch as you go. Back up to your shoulder level, turn your thumb, bring it up and over. Back down, turn, bring it out behind you. Feel that stretch, deepening through the stretch, through the muscle, through the neck. Bring it round to the front, bring it round to the back. Push it round as far as is comfortable, then back around to the front and back behind you. And relax. Taking your hand off your head and bring your head into upright position. Place your other hand to the side, tilt your head over, feel the stretch, take your arm up to shoulder level, push through those fingers, thumb up and over the top. Bring it back down, turn your thumb, take it behind you. You'll probably find that one side is much tighter than the other. Back to shoulder height. Readjust the position on your head if you haven't quite got a stretch there. Take it up and over. Back down to shoulder level. Turn your thumb to the floor. Take it behind you. Feel that stretch deepen. This side of my neck's pretty good. That's it. Push through. One more time. Take your arm up. Back down. Take it behind you. And out in front. Take it behind. Feel the stretch. Out in front. Out in front one more time. And behind you for the last time. Take your hand away, lift your head back up, shrug your shoulders backwards. Now, we've gone pretty much from head to toe, but now we're going to go back to our toes. All I want you to do now is take your foot in your hand. We've got 2 more stretches left, and that's the soles of our feet, which I never like to neglect. And just pull your big toe up towards you as much as possible and just hold it there. Another area that causes a lot of injuries, glute med is one, which I keep harping on about, but also it's the flexibility of this big toe. If you don't have your flexibility in that big toe and you've got a tight plantar fascia going through here, then you won't land very heavy, and the way you land will impact the whole kinetic chain, so all that movement throughout your entire leg, hips, etc. So feet get neglected so much, and very rarely do people actually even stretch them. So give them a little bit of a massage, okay, all along that plantar fascia up to the big toe joint here. Okay, now what I want you to do is do circles with your big toe. Don't force anything, there shouldn't be any pain. So just circles with your big toe and then bring it back in and feel that stretch. And the other toes, bring those back too. Fantastic. Let's just do the other foot. You might have noticed that most days I wear odd socks. I do have other pairs Exactly the same upstairs. Okay, I want you to pull your toe up, hold on to it and put as much stretch as you can in through that fascia. It all started when I was 18, I think, or 17. I won the 400 metre hurdles championships with odd socks, and after that I haven't ever raced in the same matching pair of socks. Not that I'm superstitious or anything. Okay, massage along the plantar fascia area. So small circles with your thumbs, just where you can feel its tightness. The plantar fascia is a real problem area if you get problems there, so always work on your feet. Pull your toe up again for me. Okay, now circles with your big toe. Click. Okay, and then all your toes now. So all the toes, get that stretch on those toes. Feel it right through your feet. Don't be frightened to give them a little rub. That's absolutely fine. But your feet really, really, really should not be neglected. I can't emphasise that enough. Okay, give them a little crack, a little manipulation. And the last muscle that I'm going to stretch tonight is the other calf muscle, the soleus, which is deep beneath the gastrocnemius, and it is attached to the lower leg. It doesn't touch above the knee, it touches below the knee, so the only way we can stretch that is if we take the gastrocnemius out of the stretch altogether. So all we're going to do is crouch down, feel that stretch. Some of you might be able to get your feet on the floor. If your feet are on the floor while you're crouched down, I want you to think about shifting your weight so that you can feel a stretch in the calves. Okay, this is just one way obviously of stretching. You can do it up against the wall with a bent knee, pushing your heel into the ground. That's what we want to focus on. Okay, I'll do it up against here. So in order to get that stretch. As soon as you straighten it, the gastrocnemius takes over, there is no stretch in the soleus. Let me get the angle so you can see. So it's a deep stretch, and I'll do it with that one. So if you do it one at a time, you know you've got a really good stretch on there, and that's the soleus. Get both together. Okay, and that's us done for tonight. It's about a 40-minute stretch session. So hopefully you feel amazing and ready to train again tomorrow. For those of you on a programme, it's a recovery ride. There won't be a session in the Den of Doom tomorrow. All programmes are a work in progress, so if you have a look at them tonight and think, oh my God, then don't worry about it. I am adapting them, but the internet was so slow this morning, it's a nightmare. Take care now. Hopefully I shall see you tomorrow night in the Den of Doom for another